Prince Mont's wounds were deep. Too deep to treat in any way that could have possibly saved him. He was on the brink of death, and Calidra made a decision to take Prince Mont to the far plane and heal him there.
Calidra, the warrior of the Dark Crystal before me.
That's right. He couldn't just stand by and watch as someone's life faded before his eyes. And so he violated the rules we follow as warriors of the crystals, and without the slightest hesitation, brought Prince Mont back with us to the far plane. Much like how you, Raffi, were determined to save Dario and Shadow Lynx. Your wounds are completely healed! How wonderful! All that's left is to recover your strength.
Thank you. Truly.
Oh, no need for thanks. Besides, it was Calidra who saved you, not me.
Even so.
What were you thinking? Harboring a human in the far plane? Have you forgotten the rules? I understand your views on this, Calidra. And it's true, your logic has a soundness to it, but it sets a bad example for others. Damn it! Why is it you and Velis never think about anyone else before you act? And have some consideration for those who have to clean up after you. Okay, I get it. Enough. Just let me handle what comes next. I will be the one to speak to the Will of Light.
Did saving me create some trouble for you and Lord Calidra?
Oh, that? Oh, no need to worry, I promise. They weren't truly fighting or anything. Those two were always like that, you see? Maybe that's just how boys are with each other. What about you, Mont? Do you have a friend that you bump heads with all the time?
I'm not sure friend is the right term, but I had someone in whom I had complete confidence. But alas, she...
That was an insensitive question. Her name was Lilith, wasn't it? I'm sorry for your loss, truly. Even with the resources we have, we cannot bring back the lives of those who've already passed on.
You needn't explain yourself to me. The blame for her death is mine to bear.
Mont, you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself.
I know. Or at least, I understand as much. I still have Ketone and young Volkay. My duty is to protect the future of those still here, rather than mourn those who have fallen.
Exactly. And to do that, you'll need to be fully recovered. Okay, I think that's enough chatting for one day, young man. You need to rest. I'll bring you something to eat once you wake up, okay?
Thank you. Do not go easy on me. Give this everything you have, Ketone.
Very well. Then ready yourself, Lord Mont.
All right, that's enough. The victory goes to Mont.
I have been bested. You have more than just recovered. Your swordsmanship is now keener than ever. It felt as if you were more driven than before.
You as well, Ketone. Every move packed a considerable punch. What have you been up to?
Well, while you were recuperating, Lady Perrine was kind enough to train me.
She did. So that explains it. Lady Perrine, if it would not impose on you, might I ask that you give me some instruction as well?
I don't think there's anything I could teach you. You're already so strong. The same goes for Ketone. She was already training on her own. I only gave a little advice.
I beg you, I would do anything to become stronger. Stronger than I am now. Much stronger.
But what will you do when you become stronger?
The same as always. Protect those I hold dear. Thinking of all of the people who have laid down their lives for my sake. I want Lilith to be the last. I was supposed to die that day by Stearns. By my brother's hand. Yet here I stand. There has to be a reason for it. I am sure that it is to protect Ketone and Volkay. The only family I have left.
Family? You think that of me?
If it is that important to you, then I accept.
Please, train me alongside Lord Mont as well.
Very well. All right then. I'll be giving it everything I've got, just so you know.
She's so strong. So this is the power of a warrior of the crystals. The blessing bestowed upon you by the crystals. That is the source of such power, is it not? If I had that same power as my own,
The crystals? What about them? Sometimes it's just the luck of the moment that decides whether you win or lose. Like I said before, your swordsmanship wants for nothing, Mont. I have no pointers for your technique, truly, and I don't say that just to flatter you.
Then it is my heart that is yet to fully mature. I was already aware, but it seems I must suffer painful reminders. To steal my heart, please, let us go another bout.
Oh my! You're certainly feeling better, aren't you? But I think we should call it for today. I need to prepare your meals, after all. You must be hungry after so much training.
Famished, actually. My apologies. That slipped out.
It's fine, really. It's lovely to have you three here to give me an excuse to cook.
There really are no words to express how grateful I am for everything you've done for us. Including Volkay. Come to think of it, where is he?
He's off playing with Calidra. I believe they're out catching bugs.
Catching bugs? Are they doing so in some other world?
I suppose they would have to be. The bugs we have here aren't the type youngsters would enjoy finding. Well, time for me to get to work. I'll be sure to call for you once the food is ready. For now, just take it easy. There's truly no ill intention behind Mott's blade. It's as if he really lives only for the sake of others. Then why? Why did I get such a strange feeling within during our bout? I believe we can trust who he is. But did Calidra make the right choice telling him about the crystals? Perhaps we've let this go too far.
Regardless of it being from a time before the rest of us had awakened, I would never have imagined such events led to our current predicament.
Vardia and Calidra never uttered a word about any of that. Damn. Feels like I never really knew them at all.
In any case, there's no mistaking it. The moment we arrived in that Ardra, I knew that we were in the world that came about after we saved Prince Mont and the others.
So it's pretty much undebatable that the Ashen King is the same Prince Mont that Calidra and Perrine took in, right?
Even if that is the case, that doesn't implicitly link saving Mont with Calidra fading from existence, and Raph subsequently awakening.
When Calidra was in his final moments, the only explanation I got was because the time has come. Can you offer any insight, Astrius? You have some of Vardia's memories in there, don't you?
Sorry, but I don't think I can. My memories of the former Astrius are quite clear. But those of Vardia amount to not more than a general awareness of what he was like.
Meaning, no one knows the specifics regarding Master Calidra's final moments. But Mistress Perrine, you believe that the Ashen King had some manner of involvement in them, yes?
Not just Mont, but likely Ketone as well. She had sworn fealty to Mont. No, it was more than that. She was completely devoted.
And that is why Lady Perrine wishes to hear the truth directly from Ashen King Mont. Is that not so?
That's right. After training with Prince Mont and Ketone, I went straight to Vardia with my concerns. I told him that we probably shouldn't involve ourselves with them any further, and that we should return them back to their own world. But it took us some time to discuss what was going on, and while we were preoccupied, something happened. While we were sheltering Mont and his friends on another world, Calidra continued his investigation of Ardra, but then his magic abruptly vanished.
Did Mont do something to Calidra? But that doesn't make sense.
I don't know. But as I held him in my arms, his last words were, "My time has simply come. My successor will appear to you before long."
His time. Meaning that he completed his duty as a warrior of the crystals and became part of his core crystal.
The fate my former self wanted to change, even if it meant rending worlds asunder.
Calidra had begun his duty long before Vardia, Perrine, or me. That's a fact we can't deny, but...
That's true. And as such, I had no choice to believe his words for what they were. He also said that Mont and the others are no longer here. They have departed for a distant place. And so I chose to believe that Calidra had used the last of his strength to send them back to their world. I wanted to believe so, at least. But I rushed to him, but he was already on the brink of fading from existence. I wasn't able to learn the truth. And in that moment, the whereabouts of Prince Mont and the others became completely lost to us. Since then, there's always been a part of me that has been lingering on those events. I'm so sorry. I should have opened up about this sooner, but I just didn't have it in me.
Raph?
So that's what happened. I'm sorry to make you talk about something so painful. You've had to bear this all alone all this time, haven't you? You're so strong. A real rock. Even though you lost Calidra like that, you still doted on me like crazy. And
I acted up. You never stop being so kind to me. Thank you, Master.
My. Oh, goodness me. Raffi, your nose is a mess. Come on, give your nose a good blow. We don't want that adorable face spoiled now, do we? Good. Now dry those tears. The usual cool Raffi is the best Raffi after all. Thank you, though. I'm really, really happy. You called me family. I won't ever forget that. Not ever.
No, oh, please do. I hate turning red.
Oh, no way. Never, ever, ever.
A master and student, and more so than that, family. What a wonderful connection you two share. Don't you think so, Lady June?
Why are you asking me?
What? Really?
Well, folks, that was a side of me I never wanted you to see, and I would appreciate it if you forgot this ever happened. Thank you.
What the... And why are you suddenly in good form after all that?
Anyway, I know what I have to do now. And that's get my hands on the Ashen King and whip the entire truth out of him no matter what it takes.
Then we will need to find the crystal of this world to achieve that as well. Because that's where Mont is going to be.
You are exactly right. And as such, might I suggest we get moving?
It must be... that way. I can feel it more strongly than before. Come on!
And look what we have here. The Ashen King's army.
Their ranks are deployed with the full intent of intercepting us. Volke's commands, I assume.
If so, then we needn't waste any more time. I propose we wage an all-out assault.
Bring it the heck on. You good to go, Perrine?
No need to worry about me. Right now, I feel like I can hit harder than ever before.
I can sense it even more acutely now, almost as if it's calling out to us. This way, everyone!
We're getting pretty close, huh? I can feel the buzzing.
It must be quite the powerful crystal. Even across the multitude of worlds out there, it is far from a common occurrence to find one of this magnitude.
All the more reason to ensure it does not fall into the Ashen King's hands. We need to hurry.
The power of a crystal within one's body.
Lord Dario, I feel it is my duty to say this. I beg you, abandon such an absurd notion. That girl Eureka merely stated that she had learned of such in a book. Just because it is in a book does not make it true.
Yet in my current state, there's little I can do to make a difference even if death does not claim me immediately. I think I should speak with everyone again.
You want to go through with that crystal transplant thingy? Haven't we already explained why you shouldn't?
Then do you intend to do battle with the Ashen King head-on with only the resources we have at hand?
It's not like we have any other options. We've made our fair share of bad situations work, after all.
If so, then we must be prepared for irreparable losses on our side as well.
Irreparable losses? You are not mincing words.
No one would expect me to take the power of the crystal as my own. Not even the Ashen King. Do you not think we can wield this fact to our advantage?
I can't help but feel that you're talking us into a corner here, but are you really sure this is what you want?
My final hour is approaching. I know that at the very least. Even Lord Veles clearly stated as much. If I am to die, then I want my death to have purpose. On this I shall not waver. If I can play a part in felling Ashen King Mont and saving worlds from the terrifying destruction that he wishes to sow, then I will be at peace.
Very well.
Veles!
But only as an absolute last resort. And I'm standing firm on that. I need you to promise me that you won't do anything hasty, Lord Dario.
I promise. But if I deem the opportunity to be favorable, I will not hesitate. I pray that you can find a way to understand. Shadowlings?
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm sorry, but I need you to acknowledge my decision here and now. That is an order.
As you command.
I can sense it even more acutely now, almost as if it's calling out to us. This way, everyone!
We're getting pretty close, huh? I can feel the buzzing.
It must be quite the powerful crystal. Even across the multitude of worlds out there, it is far from a common occurrence to find one of this magnitude.
All the more reason to ensure it does not fall into the Ashen King's hands. We need to hurry.
The power of a crystal within one's body.
Lord Dario, I feel it is my duty to say this. I beg you, abandon such an absurd notion. That girl Eureka merely stated that she had learned of such in a book. Just because it is in a book does not make it true.
Yet in my current state, there's little I can do to make a difference even if death does not claim me immediately. I think I should speak with everyone again.
You want to go through with that crystal transplant thingy? Haven't we already explained why you shouldn't?
Then do you intend to do battle with the Ashen King head-on with only the resources we have at hand?
It's not like we have any other options. We've made our fair share of bad situations work, after all.
If so, then we must be prepared for irreparable losses on our side as well.
Irreparable losses? You are not mincing words.
No one would expect me to take the power of the crystal as my own. Not even the Ashen King. Do you not think we can wield this fact to our advantage?
I can't help but feel that you're talking us into a corner here, but are you really sure this is what you want?
My final hour is approaching. I know that at the very least. Even Lord Veles clearly stated as much. If I am to die, then I want my death to have purpose. On this I shall not waver. If I can play a part in felling Ashen King Mont and saving worlds from the terrifying destruction that he wishes to sow, then I will be at peace.
Very well.
Veles!
But only as an absolute last resort. And I'm standing firm on that. I need you to promise me that you won't do anything hasty, Lord Dario.
I promise. But if I deem the opportunity to be favorable, I will not hesitate. I pray that you can find a way to understand. Shadowlings?
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm sorry, but I need you to acknowledge my decision here and now. That is an order.
As you command.
Lucio, I didn't expect you to catch up so quickly.
Lord Volkay. No, Ashen Shimmerlance! I will not let you lay a finger on the crystal!
Funny, I was going to say the same thing to you. I guess there's only one thing that comes next. I must say, I'm impressed. But I think it's about time I finish this.
That's my line!
What are you playing at, Shimmerlance? I hope you do not feel any foolish obligation to settle this fairly with a duel or some such.
Luna Cestus, if you're here, then that means...
You found the crystal. Well accomplished. I beg your pardon for putting a damper on your battle, but I shall handle the rest.
Ashen King. Mont!
You. What good fortune. I would hear the name of he who landed a single blow upon me.
Lucio. And it's the name of the one who will defeat you!
Wait, Lucio! It's been a long time, Mont. I think that's probably what I should call you. Would it be silly of me to ask how many years it's been since we last spoke like this? I wonder.
All of you, and now all of us, are beings that can defy the laws of time and the borders between worlds. Yet even so, I do not deny there is a pleasantness in this. So many years have passed since that day. Indeed, the journey was a long one. The young Volkay you knew has grown tall and strong, as my right hand. What do these years matter now? There will be no rekindling our friendship of old.
That's true. It's hardly possible now. I know that. But there's something I need to ask you. Before we defeat you, that is.
About Calidra. He spoke of you often.
You and your friends traversed from world to world and made contact with the core crystals. Are you able to do this because you took Calidra's power from him?
My, what an unsavory way to frame things.
Yes, I took his power in the same moment that I took his life. Behold, you should not have any doubts as to what this is.
That feels exactly the same. The same as the one within me.
That's Calidra, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. This crystal of pure and powerful magic once took the form of the warrior you refer to as Calidra. This is the fate that awaits all warriors of the crystals. Each of you will become one with your core crystal. Just like this.
That's not important right now. The power of that crystal was how you managed to cross into other worlds. You said the journey was a long one. What exactly did you see on your way?
Your worship. Your words are wasted on the likes of them. No matter what you may tell them, they will never be able to understand your worship's heart.
She's right, your worship. They're nothing more than our enemies, mere obstacles in your way. Once the crystal is in your worship's hands, the way to that which is closed to us will finally...
Enough, Shimmerlance. You as well, Lunacestus. If they wish to know, then I shall tell them. Especially you, Perrine. You have the right to know.
Lord Mont! What happened? What has befallen Lord Calidra? And what is that in your hand?
Listen to me, Ketone. With this crystal, we can begin our journey.
Our journey? But to where? There's nowhere for us to go.
To another world, Ketone. One totally unlike the lands of Ardra, or any other place we know. Once we do, we shall surely find a harmonious world where no one need fight. A land of peace.
A harmonious world? What exactly do you mean, Lord Mont?
There is no time to tell you everything. Where is Volkay?
He was just play fighting with Lady Perrine. I imagine he's enjoying a nap after all that action.
Go get him. But whatever you do not rouse Lady Perrine's suspicions. You are a shinobi. If anyone can do it, it's you.
Is that an order?
Take it as one if you must. Now hurry.
As you command.
And so my journey began. But no matter how many worlds into which we crossed, I could not find the land of peace I sought. we found other incarnations of Ardra, different to the vile one we knew, and others that were all too similar. No matter the time or place, humans continued their foolish disputes that serve only to satisfy their shameful, insatiable desires. In one of these worlds, I happened upon a summoner who commanded the power of many great espers. Such wondrous power felt like a ray of hope. He and I vowed to bring about peace together. But after setting out to do so, it proved futile. The people of that world eventually branded the summoner as the Dark Lord, and united under their hatred. Rage consumed his devoted espers, and soon a madness claimed their very beings. What they unleashed could only be described as a hellscape. The bloodthirsty ravagers that were once his espers massacred every living thing in their path. Unable to protect the summoner, I despaired in my own powerlessness and left that world to its fate. Eventually, we traveled to a number of other worlds. In the end, we found a world in which we were finally able to live a humble, peaceful life. Or at least, we should have been able to.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the ones who helped that rebel get away. Apparently they were seeking some so-called ultimate form of magic. Now spill your guts and tell me where to find him.
The rebel army? Ultimate magic? What are you talking about? We know nothing of this, I swear.
Fine, have it your way. Play as dumb as you like. It makes no difference to us. We'll just hand in your heads and say you're with the rebel army. No one will be any wiser as to whose neck it came from. As long as we get paid, anyone will do.
Monsters! Lord Mont, they have set monsters upon us!
To think that I believed we had finally found our life of peace. Conflict is alive and well here, too. Why? Why is it that all you people think about is killing and pillaging?
Thinking of putting up a fight, are you? Guess I'll have to make a point of beating that pretty face of yours into a pulp, then. And while we're at it, we might as well slaughter this whole village and take whatever valuables we can find.
I will not let that happen! There is no place for us in this world anymore. That rebel army they spoke of, I'm certain they're just the same, only thinking of themselves.
Lord Mont, you are right. I will go get Volkay.
Why? Why does it always turn to this? Why are people incapable of ceasing their shameful disputes? To have traveled this far and not find a single, not one single world without war. It is useless. change if we continue on like this. I will achieve little as long as I remain powerless. I am sick of this futility.
Lord Mont?
Yet now, I feel I have finally come to a realization. They're all the same. The people of influence who sent those mercenaries after us. The kings of great power, such as Kuri. Everyone is the same. And I know why. They all undoubtedly took a stand for the pursuit of peace in the beginning. But without true power, they were consumed by their own selfish desires and strayed from the path.
You are right. We have seen such people in every world we've been to. And each time we encounter them, you are overwhelmed with anguish, wounding you anew.
No, in truth, I knew all along. I just pretended that I could not see it. I have something that no other humans of any of the worlds we have seen possess. A key to unlocking absolute power. What must I do to truly reform these worlds? Nay, all worlds, and their ceaseless fighting. This crystal was bestowed upon me to carry out this task. Of that I am certain. There is something I must ask of you, Kitone.
Yes.
I want to create a kingdom. One in which everyone can spend their days in true peace, with a gentle smile on their face. But that is impossible as things stand. People are too incapable of learning. Only by breaking everything can anything change. Help me do it, Kitone. You and Volke are all I have now. Our journey has shown me, in its own unclear way, what I must do. There is something more to this crystal than merely allowing us to travel between worlds. It is connected to a much greater source of power, one which would allow me to remold the world as I will it. I shall find a way to this source. I swear it. And I need you in order to do so, Kitone.
If you are to create a kingdom, I suppose I can no longer simply refer to you as Lord Mont. From now on, I must address you as Your Majesty. Or something greater.
You would do that for me? The Mont you knew before was nothing but a spineless fool!
It would not be right otherwise. Your worship.
Thank you. Then today marks the founding of my kingdom. And from here, I too am born anew.
Born anew?
Am I starting with too lofty an ideal?
Not at all. I believe it is fitting. I shall never leave your side. I swear to you my utmost fealty. No matter when. No matter what may come. My loyalty is yours for all time. Your worship.